Hello there everyone, this is iMark3 and welcome back to Everspace 2. So we're going into space once more. Once again with our fighter, which I did like a lot better last time, but we're still not significantly stress tested. And that's because I want to continue again with the main story today. So this is immediately following on. I have just redone the ship in a Viridian and Moss mixed paint scheme with amethyst highlighting. And so we are showing our true illegal colours and allegiance here. It's not too bad. Not too bad. And while I did say I didn't like these mismatched wings as much as the equalised ones for a space fighter, I felt like with the tailplane and the elongated nose here, having the Osprey Mark 1 wings was kind of looking a bit silly, like they were a bit too close to it. So I went on for more of a conventional fighter kind of appearance. So that's why we got the Raptor wings back on. Nothing has changed really. We've got our inventory is as empty as it's been in quite a long time. We stashed the stuff, but we're still fully geared up. We gained like maybe 2/5 of our way through level 20 with the activity last time, and we are going to continue from here. I am just going to really quickly save because I want to bite the hand that blackmails me. So I just want to see what happens basically, so just make sure again that it's saved. Yes, I have been playing for 74.5 hours at this point. Shows I'm having fun. That's 74 hours, 38 minutes. We are still on hard mode as well, apparently. Okay, right. Resume. So, I think that level 20 is scripted on that cruiser.
Hey, Hive. Those fleet techs been tinkering with you? You still yourself?
Inasmuch as I have still not been updated to the Eterna network, and have been grossly insulted by being treated as illegitimate machinery, I am the same Hive as before.
What did they do to you?
I have been supplemented with a coaching protocol based upon the personality profile of your target subject, Adam Roslin, commander of the G&B Elite Squad in the DMZ. I am to aid you in becoming like him, and to intervene during moments when you are not playing the part properly.
So my onboard AI is now here to show me how to act more like me. Crazy.
This is why you only have one clone awake at a time, and why you update the backups so you have continuity. This is another form of immortality that may or may not come to pass depending on how we advance in the future. But when we do, it's going to have some ethical questions that probably need to be resolved at some point. Because, let's be fair, if we do this whole like consciousness transfer from existing entity to clone upon moment of death, or when you want to just have a younger body, at what point do the clones be considered entities in their own right? If they wake up, are they a separate person? I mean, they'd have to be kept emotionally... they'd have to be kept bereft of stimuli to prevent a personality from forming in them during their growth and while on hold, I guess you could say. But at that point, what defines you becoming human and having human rights? That's the question that would have to be resolved in a case like that. Sorry. Sudden random bit of ethical BS to start with, but... as I said, it's like transhumanism is a passing interest, so this is one of those grayer areas using clones to achieve a distorted version of immortality. You, the entity, is immortal, but the body you're in is not. So the question is if your soul is transferred, or if each death you have is a separate soul going into whatever comes after this life. So... basically, if you keep cloning yourself, you wind up with your own personal army for battering down the gates of hell. If that's how things turn out. Well, that'd be one way to tip the scales in the eternal war between heaven and hell, good and evil, wouldn't it? Or would they be shades of grey? It depends on the universe in question, and if that actually is a thing or not, which we do not know because no one has ever bothered to come back from the hereafter to actually tell us. So, yeah. At this point, it's all speculation. But with that said, let's go ahead and roll. We have places to be, and me's to impersonate.
Hey, Hive, I need to ask you something.
I am your captive, audience.
Ooh.
I've been having these weird dreams, these visions. They seem to be connecting me with something, but I can't quite figure it out.
Firstly, I can report that many clones have reported such phenomena, which have been hypothesized as a form of tissue memory. Secondly, I must remind you that I am an onboard AI, not a psychotherapist, and cannot help you in dream interpretation.
Okay, thanks for the help.
Nice that Adam's actually mentioning this to someone. And Hive mentioned his limitations as well. I mean, he's programmed to be a coach, but he's not programmed as a psychotherapist. Though AI psychotherapy, the thing is, removing that human element, sometimes that human element is essential for the connection to the person who needs the psychiatric help in the first place. So it's like, AI psychiatric intervention is not a guaranteed better thing. Wow, I keep going on about this kind of stuff these last few episodes, haven't I? Right. Anyway, yes, let's move on. I will say though, I launched saying bite the hand that blackmails us, because I was planning to actually open fire on that colonial cruiser and try to kill it, just to see what would happen. Sadly, it apparently anticipated and jumped away. So, yeah, they knew I was going to try and turn around and try to fight them, I guess. Hi? Are you sure you want to be doing that? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, some missile. Yeah. Still not explored this place properly. But I'm here for story progression. What the heck's shooting at me? Must be a missile turret, I'm guessing. Now, well, back to the smuggler base.
Here we are. That freighter sure looks familiar.
Maddox?
I'm looking for Tarjak. Seen him around?
As I live and breathe, Adam.
Terrain, wow. So that's your freighter outside. Thought I knew it from somewhere. It has been a long time.
I had wondered what had become of you. You used to visit my shop quite frequently. Even twice at one time, which I thought was unusual. And then your visits tapered off, until eventually nothing. So, you have survived the never-ending turmoil that is the DMZ.
That I have, Terrain, just barely.
Yeah, barely.
I tried to play it straight for a while and got a proper job, but that didn't quite work out.
It never does for the like of you and me, Adam. We outcasts are best following our own paths.
Amen to that. You still in the trading business?
Indeed. And I have moved up to bigger clients now. Large order fulfillment. The cargo might be questionable, but the reward is sufficient, and I see no harm in it.
Good for you.
You said you were seeking Tarjak. He passed through some time ago, but is presently engaged with a task.
I don't suppose you would know a way into the Zarkov system without getting noticed? I've heard from our old mutual friend Alec that some of you traders ply a route through there.
That is true. And since you are such a valued and trusted old customer and friend,
Aww.
I would oblige you with access to a secret back door. It is quite near our current whereabouts. I will provide you with the precise location and instructions on how to activate the gate.
You're a star, Terrain. It's good to see you again. Let's catch up properly soon.
Now that we have found one another again, that can be a distinct possibility. I will be in Zarkov soon on the run.
Okay. Well, let's keep an eye out for each other then.
Oh, old friends, always nice. Is there anything I want here? Not really. I mean, there is that rapid synchro pulse. Ooh, 1300. You know what? I'll buy that. It's got 1,500 range, so I'll buy that as an anti-shield ranged option there. That's guided. That's pretty potent. And if need be, I'll scrap it afterwards. But it's like extra damage in sunlight, and actually energy damage bypasses armor as well. So it does do directed hull damage. Might be useful. And sell the nano repair kit. There we go. But I'm still carrying the blood star. I'm still getting full blood star bonuses, of course. I'm just swapping that out because I've noticed I alternate between the thermogun and the decimator. But I've not been relying on the repeater at all, since I'm trying to maintain a bit of distance with this ship, so I generally back off a bit if I'm that close. The Vindicator, I was happily using the repeater. This ship, not so much. Still, old friends. Nice to find them. That's it, though.
Terrain again. It's a small universe.
Such re-encounters are not so improbable, considering the degree of social engagement you undertake within the confines of the DMZ.
You just gotta take the mystery out of everything, don't you?
That's his thing. I did have an unpleasant thought, though. Energy sphere dispenser. Okay, how do I get to that wreck? Oh, yep, it's just drifting. Good. Right. I had an unpleasant thought, though. If I was the commander who was, like, doing... Ooh, calibrated per number, level 20. 482.16. If I was to upgrade that one, it would become a 482.16. Right. Action damage was higher levels. That's not going to happen for a while. And of course, 10% chance to regenerate hull with kill. This one has the advantage of already being upgraded. Always has the thing, and instead of the extra damage versus higher level, it has cannot be damage. So that is actually, sadly, it's a good one to find. It's got the calibrated bonus, which is reduced spread, if I recall, but wasn't really a suitable one to fix up myself. Sadly, I've already got 4, so actually no, I'll hang that just in case. Yeah, right. My unpleasant thought. You know, the Colonel who oh so graciously allowed me to live because I was useful to her, and admitted to hunting down my entire lineage, basically. There's more crates over there. They tampered with hive systems. Oh, wow. I'll be on that in a second. They tampered with hive systems, right? Giving me coaching and things like that. But what's to stop them from having installed a monitoring and reporting update, and with the instruction for him not to tell us about it? It depends on how much they value the sentience of equipment, but they did say they treated him like a rogue piece of equipment and nothing more. And he kind of resented that. So that's worth noting. Anyway, yeah. You know, jump gates? This looks like a makeshift jump gate. That's what it strikes me as. Now, isn't that interesting? Now, the thing is, though, if there is such a recording update function installed into Hive, then that means that the Colonials might find out about this particular impromptu jump gate, and that would be an issue. Maybe I'm just being paranoid, but with the factions we've been dealing with, apart from the Okar, interesting enough, with Gunson Brady and the Colonials, I think that degree of paranoia is warranted.
I sure hope this sketchy-looking gate is stable.
Nice.
Don't want to come out the other side scrambled.
I was right, it is a jump gate. I like that. Very, very nice. Now let's see where it spits us out. Oh.
Welcome to Zarkov, I suppose.
I am receiving an encrypted message addressed to your signature.
That must be Hawk's agent. Put him through.
You made it in. First things first, I'm your contact for this mission. You can call me Tammy. Roslyn is out of the system. If he jumps back in, we'll know right away and we'll have to abort. Before venturing further into the system, you need to pick up a data package with the required signature. You'll find it inside the gas vortex, which is frequented by scavengers. Do your best not to be seen. Communicate over.
Well, that was rather blunt. Could even get a hi or how are you?
Well, I guess the shorter the communique, the better. Ooh, a zapper. We've not used that as a main weapon for a bit now, actually. What is that? That was a Insidium. Insidium I want, actually, so let's go ahead and remount my mining flak and mining gear, so I'll quickly go grab those. Oh, actually, while I'm on that topic, you know the whole unknown mining node types? I don't know if I mentioned this like episode before last, because remember there's been a bit of time between episodes, sadly. Oh, I hear a ping. The unknown things, you have to actually find the deposit in the location, so it doesn't auto unlock. Credits, resources, and a postal. Okay, so yeah, places with an unknown deposit, I just have to go and find out what's there by finding it, essentially. And if I'm unlucky and it's a rare spawn, it means I might not find it, I guess. Depends on if there's a guaranteed instance of it or not. I don't know if the mechanic does that. So though, I am really liking the my first appearance in the system. Remember I mentioned back in, I think it was Siren's Rest or something like that, which was another very heavy nebula / clouded place. Also the outpost with the electric storms going on in that system's nebula. I find this kind of vista very cool. And the locals are level 13. Good to know. Just look at this place. It's very, very scenic view. Look at all this stuff. I like it. I like it. Oh wow, the background music for this sector is actually kind of foreboding as well. Look at this place too. Looks like nebula views are going to be a major thing here, but this is why I wanted to continue with the main story. We're unlocking a new system, and I figured because we're undercover, it would be like a more storied thing as well. So that's why I decided to go ahead and do that rather than go through wandering around, because I do want to explore some more. That's so the game isn't actually letting us explore more; it's only giving us our destinations. Oh, new challenge though, Zarkov Explorer. Challenges, Archive Explorer. It is visit all 3 regions, complete 3 locations, 2 distress calls, 2 high risk areas, and that will give us the electric buzz thing. I noticed the low numbers. That tells me there's not that much actually in this system compared to System Union, which is a really big system. So yeah, there can't be much here. Oh, look at that one. Oh, wow. Yeah, I wonder how much there is here. Oh wait, no, there's an undiscovered site over there, and a question mark here, and the rest might be locked if there's more. Dust Rim, Vortex, and whatever is closer to the start. Right, sorry. I just wanted to look around a little bit more, because this is a interesting one. I should probably note the nebula, the dust ring is like accretion disks kind of thing. So almost like you've seen around a black hole, but it's all just an orbit, it's just full of dust. The vortex. What would cause a system to form like this? It must be a relatively new system actually, if it's still got so much dust around the place. Because that would normally have been accreted into like rocks and asteroids and stuff like that.
The data package is located inside a wreck. You are advised to avoid the lightning rod crystals, which can cause electrical damage to our craft.
Tricky.
Oh, there's a lot of it. Oh, that's a main component. Much better, a whole lot. Sorry, plating on this blood star, so that's a scrap straight off. Oh wow. Just come across a massive wreck out here. Okay, that's nasty. Right, so that's what it's talking about. So these accretion crystals, that's what it meant, right? So that thing stuns me, just like the things that clone you. Will you discharge by yourself? You do. Okay, so that's how that works. Right. Has Vault-Worthy been here? Oop. That's going to be a bit of an issue. Right. The first one where it's an alternating system as well. Ooh, ship part. Yes. Front H. And ow. An EMP. And a disintegrator. I have not shown this on screen because this is only the second one I've had so far. I got one right after the end of last time, and then it became outdated, so I scrapped it. But, right. Disintegrator is the alternate version of the beam laser. Basically, it's more powerful, but at the cost of having a wind-up time. And also, it inflicts recoil on you. Oh, I've got a mainframe expansion I can spend. Oh, this one's expertise is... I keep forgetting. Yeah. Can I? I can. 5. Ta-da. Right. Disintegrator, 507 flat, so it's a multi-purpose system. Yeah, it's not as flexible as the beam laser for like just generally poking at stuff. I will say that for it. But on the other hand, look at this. Heavy-duty energy beams. I have to. If I don't press forward, I am actively being recoiled and forced away. So yeah, it's basically a high-damage, unstable version of beam lasers. I'll give it a try, see how it works out. I mean, it's still 500 straight, so against lower level enemies it should be quite useful. Apart from that, you just can't tap to fire it. Because of that whole wind-up thing. But yeah, I think I've basically done exploring now, so it's time to actually go and get the objective. Unless there's mine deposits. Which there are. Oh, it's iron and malmite. What? I knew there was something here. That's a force field. What are you? You are a shield generator? Yeah, I was suspicious because there were mines in this area. Oh hey, is that... Oh, I thought that was a different colour cutting beam, but it's not. Okay, what have we found? Oh, signal decoder. Nice, that's our first one for the system. Location 100%. Always check where there's explosives. There might be something there. Sadly, it's oh, better output for just weaponry, because the Bloodstar is split, kind of, but I still prefer the Bloodstar one I've got. Ah well. No, 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 no. Those crystals are great for making someone not want to go near them. I will say that for them. Oh, there's a lot of them in here. This place is full of them. That's going to be a running theme down here, I feel like. I hope that's not indicative of the rest of the system. That might be an issue. Clygon, and not in super hard asteroid form. Ah! I got pure Clygon. Washing machines live even shorter with pure Clygon. It's the premium brand. I was not expecting that, but it makes sense, I guess. Clygon can't only come from those big, hard-to-destroy asteroids, because otherwise they'd run out eventually. Where am I even going? I do not know. Yeah. Nowhere fast. Oh, is that it?
This is it.
Wow, this is kind of tucked away, isn't it? Reroute and GMB drone. Fitting. Elite fighter signature. Another nastier clone version of yourself.
Got the package.
The signature will make your craft appear, to all intents and purposes, like the elite squad craft of the target clone.
And I guess I wear this?
Correct.
This is creepy. I look like him. Alright, I want to take this thing off as soon as possible. Let's get this over with.
You only look like a stormtrooper, Adam. Oh, that is actually getting... Oh, that's interesting. Notice how the pulses are actually moving down into here from the crystals.
And they deployed suppressor drones.
Be authoritative and order them to disperse. They will believe that you are the elite squad commander.
You there. You have 60 seconds to leave the area.
You shouldn't be picking fights out here on it. Your own. Hey, isn't that the elite boss? Encircle the son of a twitch!
These scavengers seemingly hold a grudge against the elite squad.
I need to get rid of the suppressors, otherwise I'm stuck.
Disintegrator is serving you well. There's an outlaw destroyer over there, apparently. Well, no, though, this is actually something new. Until now, my entire experience with suppressors has been with them being stationary, or sometimes mounted on big ships, if I recall, from Everspace 1. It's the first time I've come across them on a small platform, like a drone. Which means technology might have advanced since Everspace 1. Then again, we don't know the exact timeline, do we? And for drones, they are kind of... No, actually no, that's still the standard drone frame. I was going to say they're kind of bulky, but they're actually not.
Jump drives are fully functional again.
And that
Now we can get back
is...
to what we were doing earlier.
Our next stop
Oh, that
is
poor
Vesper
destroyer.
Minor Colony.
The destroyer have jumped in, it misjumped, it's merged itself with the station. So, I feel sorry for it. It's also the first time I've actively tried to destroy turrets. Okay, right. I couldn't just leave them stuck like that, I had to do, quote-unquote, help them. So, okay, let's get going. No, push the story.
Okay, so now I have to dock, and hopefully the agent Tammy gets to me before anyone else does.
Walk with shoulders back and give a stern look at everyone who passes. This Roslin is known for his gruffness and directness.
We're clones, so there can't be that much of a difference between us, can there?
The less you say while on the base, the better.
Ouch. So no saying hello, or hey there, or how you doing, or thank you, or anything like that? Stand in an authoritative pose and basically act like you're in charge, I guess. This is going to go pear-shaped real fast, I think. Oh wow, look at that.
Mr. Roslin, I'll need to detain you for just a moment.
Callahan!
Yes, sir. We just need to run a security check. No one is exempt. This was your own directive.
We appear to have met an unanticipated event in our plans. You are already acquainted with this officer?
He was my foreman on my last work crew. What the heck is he doing here?
Oh, that's what
I
it was.
believe our technology might still mislead the security check, so long as it does not scan too thoroughly.
I'm not comfortable playing charades. It's not my forte.
I noticed. I'm still carrying the mining thing. Right. There we go, now we're picking up rates. Okay, so... own directive.
Status unchanged.
Does this mean my other self, now that he knows and has come into conflict with my current version of Adam, he knows that it might be an issue, so he initiated these security checks just in case? Did he anticipate what the Colonials are going to do? Is the trick that I'm actually submitting to this, which the actual... I'm probably overthinking this, but I'm wondering if the trick is that the actual Adam second-in-command guy would use his authority to refuse the check, and that's the check. If you want to do some twisted doublethink on it. In the meantime, though, I'm sure the second-in-command would indeed fly around the base just looting any spare container that's been left lying around. Totally in character for him, yes. Ooh, there's some of those the solar power from. I am loving this base, though. It's actually, I think, the biggest land-based installation I've seen so far. Of course, there is the junkyard, but you know, that's just a junkyard. For the junk, this is actually a full-fledged installation. Yes, the second-in-command loves his ramen. He would swoop down on any crate which contains such a rare and precious commodity. Definitely. Oh, more stuff to loot. Excellent. Oh. Not everything is going well, it seems. Okay. This is interesting. I seem to have come across Vaultworthy. Vaultworthy has stepped up his game in this system. He wants to make sure nobody can get into this vault because he's thoroughly protected it with radiation. As with sockets. Oh wait, that's a power core. Right, what do I use the power core on? Power space, socket, secure container. So I've got a power core, but nowhere to use it. I thought that was the thing. Apparently it was just a blow it up kind of thing. Oh no, that is debris. Right. Okay, and you are another power core. What? Oh, it's up here. Because I'm guessing this is where I get the power spheres from. Where's that other power core that I left lying around? I just hope we're getting hazard money for this. Oh, right. Protector sphere. Okay, nets us a cargo unit and a sensor. Okay, that was interesting. I was going to say though, this place is quite interesting to me because this is also an example of a G&B facility which is not being neglected by them. Like so many G&B stuff we've come across so far is run down, neglected. But this is a headquarters station. And it is super big and it's actually functional. And then there are a few bits and pieces around here, like those shipwrecks that have crash landed and just been left because it's not worth salvaging, I guess. And then there was that place I just went to, which was a little bit odd. I'm not quite sure what that was. Maybe a prototype reactor of some sort. So there are bits and pieces here that have been left, but for the most part, this place is shiny and new. So,
credits. Nice.
Yes, I'm sure the second in command would love getting 1,000 credits in something. But yeah, look at this place. It's a bit of a different take. A full-fledged industrial/mining station. Oh, this is a little bit different. Let me through, darn it. I am the second in command. I demand you let me through. Okay, that's interesting, but apparently I can't get through. Darn. Oh, hello. Yeah, that's totally what I was meant to do. Vault-worthy. Vault-worthy strikes again. You know what, fine. Here, if you're going to do that... okay, what do you got? You give me a generator. Oh. Don't mind me, I'm just doing maintenance checks on the base out here, of course. Good, that shut it off. Okay, next up is force field of some kind. And is this a case of generators but missing things? Okay. There's more and more stuff down here. Oh, and we've got some more abandoned facilities and stuff. Oh wow, look at this place. I seem to have found the mother lode. Let's go ahead and nick it before they can mine it. Because that is what a responsible second in command does. So that's what the power strip I found was for. Right. There's so much more down here that I wasn't expecting. Very nice. Last thing I need is another battery. Oh, yep. That seems to have had a bit of a trouble. Uh-oh. You guys. You guys go everywhere, don't you? My reward is 3 secure containers. Oh, that dropped to the rare one. Rare pulse laser. And that gave me a chunk of credits. Okay. An up-to-date super titanium. I do need a higher level one. That's good. An equalizer, which is pretty high on the kinetics. 2% chance to slow target 50% with each hit for 3 seconds. That's a very low chance, but it is a fast-firing weapon. 20% damage exposed to sunlight, compared to you. 1, 303 and 380. That's worse, actually, so I'll scrap that one and keep the synchro. I did find superior Scorpion missiles, which I've not shown on camera yet, I don't think. Basically, it's one that I can treat like the thermogun. As in, I've got the enemy targeted and it's in my forward arc, I can launch one of these and then it'll just warp to it. Refund chance, lock duration reduced. It doesn't need a lock to fire, so lock duration is basically a wasted stat for this one. But it, as soon as you fire, it teleports and I think it bypasses shield. So I'll install that one and we'll see, because I am kind of suspicious with how this is going to go. Let's be honest. I want to hang on to this for my other setups. The equalizer. Got to remember the zapper is a double strike weapon. Better against units higher level than your own. Extra damage to armor. I do prefer the zapper. There we go. Okay. Apart from some mine deposits up top, I think we're done. There is actually a lot of stuff to do in this area. Definitely feels like more of an active base, this one. Okay. Seems like this big digger was digging up Clygon. Of all things. Though that said, this is not exactly the best / most efficient setup for excavating raw materials. You'd want this thing to be mobile and actually mounted to like a central point, and then you'd be digging out around it. There's also the fact this arm is not extensible. I would have done this as like an extendable arm rather than a fixed mount. But this kind of rig might be better for kind of, you know, digging down into a point that you want to excavate downwards as quickly as possible. Though the fact they built all this infrastructure around it as well is kind of telling. Also, those look like docking bays. I'm going to re-equip my weaponry just in case. Because we've basically done everything around here now. We've got the mainframe component, we've got all the puzzles and things, so time to submit to this check and hope that the trick isn't that I'm supposed to refuse the check. Also the fact I'm not flying the big gunship kind of thing like that these guys have. I'd like to fly one of those things. It looks kind of beefy, like a mini Corvette kind of thing. But I don't know if I can actually get a ship like that or not.
Some amount of imaginative persuasion is required on your part during this procedure.
Oh boy.
So what you're saying is that we've gone off script and I'll need to bluff my way through.
If you prefer to put it that way.
Sorry, Mr. Roslin, but I'm reading some, confusing results on the scan here.
What of it?
It appears that this craft is not company compliant. I'm detecting unapproved technology on board and a possibly tampered signature string.
Listen, Callahan, you're new here, but you should know who's in charge, right? Now stand aside and let me through. I can't have you wasting my time any longer.
Yeah, but Mr. Blakemore said...
I don't care what Blakemore said, Callahan. You should know enough not to be impertinent.
I'm sorry, Mr. Roslin. Mr. Blakemore asked me to convey the message to you that he is seeking to speak with you about the failed operation in the Cedo system. But that there are more pressing matters at hand with a group of outlaws which need evicting from a local gas harvester. I have been asked to direct you to the location.
Tell Blakemore that he shouldn't worry. I'm on it.
Okay. Right, so there was some issues with the scan. Callahan was quite thorough, which not exactly expected given his role like early in the story. Maybe he learned a lesson from what happened there, but it's like, well, his treatment of underlings and his bowing to superiors is something worth noting. Cooling units, I've got plenty of them. Plasma, I've got plenty. Wiring kits, I'm getting those less often now, so might as well pick those up. Copper, iron, don't need them, don't need that, don't need that. Okay, kind of done here. So yeah. Oh, I will actually, while I'm here, I'll install high capacity mod for the these missiles. There we go, just so I can get some extra Scorpion missiles. Right, and let's go and do the thing. Figures there'd be a problem. But fortunately, while he wanted the meeting, the directive to do the gas thing was first. So we've got a reason to be brusque and say, we're on it, we are doing the thing, we are legitimately this guy.
I'll have to take care of that assignment before docking or it'll raise flags. Do you think you bought the ruse hive?
It is difficult to ascertain, but it was a jolly convincing performance. Good call on him being new to this detail.
Yeah, well, I do have some recent and unpleasant dealings with this guy. I'll have to try to find out from him how he ended up in an elite squad role.
Do not bother to dig too deep. Our mission is only to infiltrate the base.
I'm guessing the failed Cedo system mission was the unsuccessful capture of Dax.
This, I suppose, adds an emotional element to your approach, which I suggest forgetting for now.
To be fair, my other self was after Dax and was quite annoyed when well, it wasn't me, when he disabled Dax's ship and then Dax's ship drifted into the thing and went splat, so yeah. Okay, into another gas area. Oh wow, look at this.
So far, the outlaws are only holding one of the two harvesters. Your task is to, well, to do what you do best. Going nuclear and tearing them to shreds.
I know perfectly well what needs to be done. Never assume otherwise.
Of course, sir. I'll leave you to it.
That was a nice touch.
I'm getting into my role.
This is all going to go pear-shaped at some point. Yeah, I'll just use my autocannon for these. I mean, it's like far better at shredding. So yeah, they want the nuclear option. That is a bomb thrower. I don't know why I'm bothering with that one. No, it's lobbing two bombs at once, is it? That's a new spin on it. Oh no, it's two things. That's why. Never mind. My compliment was premature. Ooh, that's... a shield protected turret. Can't have that.
There. Callahan, I'm done.
Their leader has barricaded himself inside the harvester. Be careful to avoid the,
Avoid the what?
the wind streams when you go in. But you know that already. Of course.
Of course.
Oh, we've got him. We've got him. Interesting how there is a docking point over here on the other gas harvest. There's also a beacon for the Duchess. Oh, Callahan is squirming so much. Okay, let's go in here and deal with this. So is this a timed
There is a
thing?
regular rhythm to the flow of gas inside the tubes. You must time your approach accordingly.
Whee!
Apart
Dunk.
from this chamber, there are more enemies hiding behind the large vent.
But yeah, the whole shielded turrets thing is new. So that's something to be aware of in the future, I guess. I hope I didn't blow up something important. But that said, there are shield generators. Actually, no. For dealing with those guys, I...
Try not to get caught in the stream.
Yes. Actually, having the bringing the repeater out rather than disintegrator. I've been having fun with the disintegrator, but against the shield generators, the repeater's rapid fire rate would have been great. Very interesting place to... Oh, hello. Options.
They'll be swarming the area any moment now. I'm deploying the rest of the squad to intercept them before they can enter the harvester.
Got it. Not sure how I feel about the rest of the elite squad coming here, Hive.
Do not allow yourself to be distracted, and simply concentrate on the present task.
That's strong drafted. Don't get distracted. Go. This is a hell of a place to hide. I'll give him that. No. Ow. Oh, I can actually boost in here. Oh wait, no, there is things to find. There is things to hide. Oops, there we go. Right. Got to get the shinies. 20 autocannon? Nope. But sadly, the shinies were not as shiny as hoped. Gives me a convenient place to park though while waiting for the thing. So I guess that was the point of these green areas, just places to avoid the draft.
You're the elite squad commander, aren't you? I have full control of the vents. You'll never make it back out alive.
We'll see about that.
That's a boss. Invulnerability shield. Whoa! Okay, I was not expecting that. Hopefully there's a checkpoint before that, because that beam laser was a nasty thing. I guess that's what the shield is for. Okay, good. It does do it right before the fight starts. So, let's try that again, shall we? Yep, that is what it's for.
I got this. In control. Stuck like a bug. Nothing out of the ordinary.
All right. Callahan, I just eliminated their leader.
Excellent. The harvester is ours again. Shame about the hostages, though.
Hostages? You never mentioned any hostages.
They threatened to kill them if we refused to pay the ransom. But don't worry. They were just low-grade workers. Easy to replace.
Why, you piece of...
Careful now.
Hey, Chief, care to join us out here? It's one hell of a party.
It appears the rest of your squad has arrived. I recommend joining them as soon as possible.
All this is taking the charade too far.
So yeah, suspicions confirmed. The higher-ups literally do not care about the everyday workers. Easily replaceable, they said.
Take your pick, Chief. I already have my 7 kills for today. The rest is bonus.
Seriously? Why would anyone count their kills?
There's a difference between killing, which takes time and appreciation, and just shooting someone down. Ain't I right, Chief?
Yeah. We wouldn't want to rush things.
What's up, Chief? You normally get a lot more enjoyment out of this.
So this other Roslyn greatly enjoys the enforcement and dealing with outlaws and stuff. Okay, worth noting. Oh, hello. As you can see, just fire the missile and it just pops away and immediately goes bang on whatever I'm aiming it at. Oh, you're a Viper. Correction, you were a Viper. Right. I am evil Roslyn. I am enjoying this greatly. Yes, there is nothing suspicious at all, and I do not care about the workers that were just sacrificed. I must play the role and all that jazz.
Hey, Chief, when did you get back anyway? I thought you were still out there searching for those old fleet deserters.
Yeah, that's an ongoing matter.
It's a good thing you're here, Chief. Me and the boys wanted to talk to you about the new guy.
Callahan? Yeah, he's a bit of a jerk.
Yeah, has to be expected. I mean, he has a taste for cruelty, so he fits right in. It's just wondering how he got promoted so fast.
That's a mystery, all right.
I heard he got fast-tracked after he single-handedly rescued an entire mining team from an outlaw ambush. And killed their boss, out in Cito. He seems to have Blakemore's ears, too.
Is that so?
Single-handedly rescued, also killed the outlaw boss. He is... I feel like he's taking credit for Adam's work. Yeah, he's taking credit for stuff he didn't do.
That's it. Always sad when it's over.
True, that was fun. Hey, Chief, care to grab a drink later? That is, after you talk to Blakemore.
Sure. I'll see you guys around.
All right, everyone. Let's head back.
Well, that was quite interesting, actually. Plus, that was a big set-piece battle as well. What's that? That is a power core socket. Right. There's also the fact that we can dock with the Duchess and the gas harvester. I should check those two out before I leave. I never really looked around this area, but it is another cool one. Look at how this place is shaped. It's shaped out of the clouds like it's caves of sky, I guess you could call it. I'm guessing this is because of the gas harvesters. They are actually reducing the density around them, so that's why part of it's formed like this. Gotta remember, we are inside a gas giant's atmosphere at the moment, so... Either it's because they're here, or it's because they're in a more stable area. But the effect is still, look at all that. Very nice. Sadly, nothing new happened. It was just a docking port to rearm and repair, and the Duchess didn't say anything new either. So, last thing we're going to do is stop in at the station, and then we're going to call it an episode.
These guys have clearly no regard for life whatsoever, and sounds like this Roslyn isn't any better. I can't believe that we share the same genes. The sooner this is finished and I can get back to Dax's mission, the sooner I can put all of this behind me.
Yep, Adam isn't happy with what Adam has done. So yeah, this particular Adam is a piece of work. Not the one that I am, the one that works at G&B. And back we go. Right, mining colony.
I am certain you have now assumed the role of Rosalind with enough conviction to do the next part without my assistance.
Thank you, Hive. Yes, I'm a little more settled into the character now. Although it keeps flitting through my mind the things they'll do to me if my deception's discovered. I mean, dying in space in a blaze of glory is one thing, but slowly at the hands of interrogators is quite another.
Stay focused on the objective. Do not let your mind wander into possible negative outcomes.
Okay. Well, let's see where this is going. Helmet.
Mr. Roslin, I am here to escort you.
Yes, thank you.
Don't say thank you.
No thank yous.
What?
Roslin's a jerk. If you want to be like him, drop the thanks and polite stuff.
Ah, got it.
Wow. You really do look just like him.
I take it that's not a compliment?
Blakemore's office is up ahead.
Where's he now?
Board meeting. We have time.
Anything else I should know?
Just don't make any conversation. And stay in character like Roslin. You know, an asshole.
Yeah, right. I get it.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
This better work or we'll both be sucking vacuum in orbit by morning. I need your scan again. I'm in. This will take a few minutes while it uploads to Eterna.
What do we do about any surveillance footage?
I'll cover our tracks once we leave. Don't you worry.
This guy certainly likes his artifacts.
Blakemore is obsessed with ocararchaeology, but I reckon the interest goes beyond historical. We're certain some of this has led him to larger Viridium deposits. The big question is, what and where?
So, he's been making preparations?
This data is good, but it might not be enough for Commissioner Hawk to act on. We'll need more.
So what's your deal exactly? How did you end up working for Hawk?
Hey, I don't work for anyone but myself. I shouldn't have to explain anything to you. You're just here for your DNA.
Sorry for asking.
I got what I need for now. Let's get out of here. I'll go with you partway to the hangar. Leave and talk to no one.
Easiest job I've had so far.
It ain't over yet.
Oh boy, who are we going to run into?
Roslin.
Aha.
Blakemore. That's still Mr. Blakemore to you. What are you doing back here already? You look like crap. Do you have something to report?
Presently, no, sir.
I need results, Roslin. The time is coming, and we need the exact trajectory. I need you out there making every moment count.
The trajectory for...
Do you need a psych exam? Get it together, Roslin. We could be mining already, had you not made such a mess of intercepting Dexter Bashar.
Oh dear.
That was regrettable, sir.
Find his counterpart. Whoever he was sending that transmission to has the exact coordinates. Let's get this done.
Yes, sir.
Oh, one more thing. We've had no car trader through delivering some sensitive parts. I ordered the elite squad to eliminate him before he leaves the system. We can't have loose ends. We must ensure secrecy.
I understand. Thank you. I mean, yes, sir.
And that slip up right there. He's just looking back at us suspiciously. And that trader sounds like our friend. So this is going to go pear-shaped.
You had to bump right into Blakemore, didn't you? Do you think he suspects?
Yes.
I don't know. Be honest, I might have blown it.
I'll create some diversions here on base while you do this next part so they don't have too much time to think about your behavior. You'll need to hack several service drones and send them through the vents to the remote servers.
I'd much rather get out of here.
I'm certain that the Commissioner would appreciate that you see this through to completion.
Yeah, okay.
You are registering a higher than average blood pressure.
Yeah, Hive. This is nerve-wracking.
So we got our friend who's in trouble, but we need to go and do the thing. But first we need to do the control to get the stuff. But yeah, before that we are over time. So this has been Matthew. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. This following the storyline a little bit is proving quite interesting, though our bank balance is slowly decreasing as we do. Got to note that, but I am buying up rare materials when I find them. But yeah, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps out me, helps out the channel, gives me those virtual headbats I oh so crave. And I'll catch you all some other time. Ugh. Next time we'll be, I guess, blasting off into space. I mean, pick up a job from Kaito Clan. That is a side mission to actually do that. Getting control of a drone. There's nothing marked on the map, though our friend might give us a call or a mayday if he gets into trouble. Especially since we've just reacquainted. So yeah, that might happen and interrupt everything. Also the fact that Mr. Head Honcho guy might be suspicious of us. But yeah, see you all later.